And yes, Dada, we lost the Test series 1-0, but some positives emerging from it?
Yeah, I think so. Individually, yes, there's some positives in the team, but overall as a team, you can say that it's a young side. You have to give them time, but you have to learn how to win, to be honest. That's how you play the game, and that's why you play the game. And to be honest, 12 test matches now overseas, out of which you've lost 11. One, you almost lost it till you saved it in the last five overs. So that's not a very good record to have, and that's not something which you can write home about. Yes, talking about the positives, I don't think Virat Kohli is a positive, because Virat Kohli has already established himself as an Indian frontline batsman, the main batsman in the team, and he's just continued his good form. Cheteshwar Pujara, yes, he will come out of this tour confident, because this was his first overseas series after coming back into this Indian team as a test player. I think Ajinkya Rahane has been a massive positive, and I think it's a big positive for India, Ajinkya Rahane, because he can now be a part of the one-day side as well. He was picked in the one-day squad before, he didn't get much runs and he was left out, and now with all these performances in South Africa, with the Indian one-day team also looking brittle in the middle order, he's a brilliant fielder, so he will put a lot of pressure on a lot of these boys in that one-day side, whether it's Virat, whether it's Sourav Ganguly, because he can score runs overseas as well. So I think he is the biggest positive for India in this test series. Why I say ahead of Cheteshwar Pujara and Virat Kohli? Because I think Cheteshwar Pujara and Virat Kohli had already established themselves as test batsmen in people's mind. So for me, the number one positive out of this tour is Ajinkya Rahane. I think also Ravindra Jadeja has come out as a very positive thing for India, because he's got 6 wickets overseas. But if India has to be a strong side, Jadeja has to get his batting in order. He cannot just play the shot what he played in a test match when you're trying to save a test match today. He's got the abilities of a batsman. When you want to be a good side, or when you want to be a side especially which competes abroad and competes against the best team in the world, you have to be more than just one-dimensional. You have to use both your abilities as batsman and as a bowler. So I think these are the two positives I see. Sami has already been a find for India for some time now, so I won't consider him as a positive out of this series. I think these are the two major things. But yes, we all agree that we want to give India time, because it's a young team. The likes of Tendulkar and Dravid have retired and young players have come in. We want to give them time, and that's understandable, but they'll have to get things moving very quickly.
Fair point. And Boria, final word, 30 seconds, that's all I have. My producer's already said wrap.
You know, you've been blown away in the one-day series. You were almost sort of losing in the first test. You've lost the second test. Ishant Sharma, Zahir Khan, Mohammad Shami never collectively looked to pick 20 wickets. Believe you me, Siddharth, I like your positive attitude and your approach. But going into 2014, I think Indian Test cricket has taken a backward step, except the positives that Sourav mentioned, and the captain being the biggest downer. So I'm not as positive as you are, unfortunately.
All right, but I hope that the Indian team does really well going into the next series. They've learned their lessons from what's been a very tough tour. As Boria points out, they got drubbed in the one-day series. But if you take a look at the test series, 10 days of test cricket, I think 4.5 go to India, 5.5 to South Africa. On that note, we'll say bye-bye. Boria, Sourav, they'll be back with us when that New Zealand tour begins. And let's hope that the Indian team does prove Boria wrong. He'll be a happy man if they do that. And me and Sourav will obviously be very overjoyed if India actually do well in New Zealand. On that note, time to say bye-bye. Thanks a lot for tuning in.